October 19th, y'all. Yeah, that's right. CZN is literally 3 days right after that, and now Stella Sora, one of my other most hyped games currently, is now also coming out very soon. October 19th at 19 o'clock UTC -7, whatever that is. For me, it's about 7 p.m., but hey, at least I get to get the launch Stella Sora stuff out of the way before CZN launches. But accompanying that release date, we also had a live stream on the global side as well as a live stream over on the Japanese side. So I'm just going to kind of try and cover all of those as well as I can as somebody who had experience in the closed beta test. Speaking of which, if you know nothing of the game or you're a little on the fence, not really sure of how everything's going to work, I do go over and kind of review and break down everything that I went over in the closed beta for Stella Sora in a previous video. Not a lot of information in these streams to go over outside of the release date, but assuming that we already have some knowledge of the game already. First up, this was the first thing that caught my eye, is that we can now set the disc track songs. So on the disc tracks, these are the weapons that you will pull for and earn in the game. They also have 2 soundtracks tied to each side because they're actual music records. You can play music on them. So these will have unique music tracks that we can now set as our home menu theme, which is really cool. There's a lot of amazing tracks on there. Stella Sora soundtrack in general is goated, so being able to now set whatever track we want onto the home screen will be really, really cool. For the English speaking live stream, most of it was like just this like 3D animated story of kind of the intro or kind of a adventure through the tower of the story of the main cast. That's majority of it. They also go over like gameplay features and some other cool things. So if you kind of want to also get a better idea of how the game will work and what to expect, you can go ahead and check out the stream yourself in the links below. And this part here states that we're going to be getting 70 character pulls and 70 weapon pulls. I believe that these are all standard pulls. These are not going to be limited, which yes, it does seem that we are going to have a separation of the non-limited standard pool of characters and then the limited pool of characters. The launch events will also give out 2 5-star launch characters. I assume that these will be random. Now, they go over rewards a lot as I'm going to go forward with this, but they don't really specify if these are all going to be separate rewards from each other or they're just kind of pooling a lot of rewards together and just announcing it separately. Like the 70 character pulls, 70 disc pulls, like is that events? Is that launch events? Is that just something we're going to get in our inbox? Or is that an accumulation of other things? Which we're going to keep seeing that repeat going forward. And through launch gameplay, they state we will be getting 40 Sprout tickets, 30 Cerulean tickets, 21k silver discs, 2 rainbow disc packs, and 1 stellar resume pack. So the Cerulean tickets, the blue ones, those are going to be your standard tickets, your non-limited ones for characters specifically. And then the rainbow disc packs are going to be 5-star disc selectors, and the resume pack is going to be a 5-star character selector, both with limited pools that will not expand. Now in the beta, we didn't have a separation in tickets for limited banners or the standard banner, so the Sprout tickets I'm going to have to assume are going to be the limited character tickets. And then these silver discs, it looks like they state that these are going to be a currency for the permanent disc banner that we have. So again, like the non-limited disc or weapon banner, which is interesting because we had, I don't remember what they were called, but we had gems that you could just use as well in the beta. So I guess this is going to be completely separate currency that you are just going to be burning for standard disc summons, period. And then further in these images, we can see with our pre-registration rewards, we are going to be getting those 10 standard summons. And then it says here we're going to have an official release gift and a pre-release live stream gift. Again, I don't know if these are going to be included in the tally of the like launch reward overview or the 70 summon things that they stated in the live stream itself. If these are additional, awesome. You're not going to hear any complaints from me, but just keep in mind these might already be included in like that overview tally. But otherwise, we're going to see 20 more limited character tickets, 10 more standard character tickets. And we're also going to have at launch a reroll banner, kind of. You're going to have 20 multis that you're going to be able to do, and you're going to be able to choose and select keeping one of those multis. Now, I saw on the JP livestream itself that you might be able to save up to 5 entries and then pick one of those, but we won't know how that works until we see it. But yeah, don't get too greedy, land on something you like and then pick that one. Don't gamble it away. unless you just plan on re-rolling your accounts anyway. And then some starter gifts. Looks like these are going to be login rewards for the first week. And then first trek, I believe this was in the closed beta. This is just a permanent reward track in the events tab. So you're just going to clear a bunch of missions and gameplay type stuff, and you will get one-time rewards there. And as well as tyrant growth as well. This is like your profile character account leveling up system that we're going to have. So this is also going to be permanently available. Onto the Japanese live stream. This one was interesting. This one was actually like 2 hours long, and it seemed to feature a lot more animated scenes from in the game itself, whereas the global live stream had a lot more of these like 3D animated scenes completely outside of the game. But region differences aside, in the global stream there was a like slight animated teaser of Chitose. But in the Japanese stream, they did confirm that our first limited time banner is going to be Chitose, the boss's loyal sword, who is pretty important in the story, or at least the first arc of the story, so definitely look forward to that. And outside of announcing mostly just rewards, the launch date, and confirming a few things, the last thing I was kind of able to garner that I thought was important from the Japanese live stream was this text message here. And I loosely translated it using an image translator, so it could be entirely wrong, but it looks like it's stating that limited characters will be added into the standard pool at some later date. Now this later date could be 2 weeks after a banner ends. It could all be like one encompassing update a year down the road. It's like all limited characters up until this point are now being added into the standard pool. There's really not too many details on that. But they are saying that they will be added somewhere down the road. I think that Reverse 1999 does this as well, where they'll release the characters into the overall standard pool like a few months after a banner ends. Now it's not perfect, but I do like to see this direction that God just seemed to be taking in moving this limited character BS into the overall standard pool again. So yeah, that's at least cool to see that that might happen somewhere down the road. Now, unfortunately, that about wraps up all of the live stream contents. There might be some other scattered tidbits of information in the winds of the internet, but this is what I was able to garner and what I thought was important out of the streams at least. So hopefully that gives a better idea of what to expect at the launch, at least mostly in the rewards aspect. There's a couple other things, but yeah, mostly that. And hopefully come tomorrow or in the next few days at least, I will hopefully upload a Ascension run from the closed beta. People seem to like that when I uploaded those from the CZN playtest. So yeah, if you want an idea of what the bulk or core of the gameplay is going to look like, definitely check that out. But until then, thanks everybody for watching. Look forward to the Stella Sora launch in what is basically now just a week away. Yeah, take care and catch you in the next one.